me true, yeah. They say them woke alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I tell them the story. Story. We make Salomon. They know they work now the country bend. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run after them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tanga it at so smile. Then they put whip and cry. They say them work alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. I pay the people and don't tire with the system. Tire with the way then they lie. Where they want make them host and them married with salo money then they use buy. Where they want buy them speedboats and them salo money then they use buy. Where they tell them the truth and they vex. Now radio and TV they deny. Una want them move for the bambai. Una want them move for the bambai. We tired with the rotten system. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. Tired with them but cool lie. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. Heads down on the give fire. We don't tire. We belly them empty. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. They say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Now then they shoot, then they loot, then they take, then all they put. We journalists, them sit on them youth. Raga spice up and tell them the truth. How long pan this? How long pan that? How long for the thief with money and go? You know me say because of a bond pampo, that means we for die pampo. We economy is slow, country no they grow. Oh no, Ebola lalio. Now then they give we the like the cutty. And it's how they go. We stronger than the country. We belly them empty. What not in the country? How we gon' survive? They say them work alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Put on them. And it's how we go with the put on. And it's how we go with the put on. Now for with the put on. Now for with the put on. They say the word way I talk, pardon vex, the mommy don't tense. They say money not there na the bank, and don't take 10 out, then don't make friends. Now the audit report make we no say the white paper, na all nonsense. Then say na the part the rule, Kokuman say na the mommy. Then say na the part the rule, Kokuman say na the mommy. When me tell them the true raga man, them say me aye. When me tell them the true raga man, them say me aye. I saw them they Go tell the Pope in a room, say, we don't suffer. Mama Salome cry. We don't suffer. Anytime where you go, we don't suffer. No justice for the poor. We don't suffer. We don't make for you party. We don't suffer. You know they make for you country. We don't suffer. Let them go, let them go. We don't suffer. We don't tire for you, so we don't suffer. Yo. Price control not there. Everything just stay there. Transportation the money. Boom. I saw the thing set. Oh, salon. Oh yo, Raga Spice. Oh yo, Mama Salon and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I tell them the story. Story. We make Salome. They know they work now the country bend. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run after them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tanga it at so smile. Then they put we on cry. See I don't know we hope they say them work.
Famolona kushe enduna aduo. We are don't come back till they forgot talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet chats alone. I know we whoa. We left for do them bad things them. We they feel a most alone. I know we whoa. We are the. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. Fumble, Kusha again inside this big weird university. Where we all been decide for call weird. Well, we always they try for bring you what they make you relax now you host your office. The various places they mona day for make una know waiting they go on na Mama Salon. That make we not greedy. We always tell us say this platform not for me and Shembe Pay no more. This platform now platform where open for everybody where get the good message where you want for come pass to in people them. We open the platform for them or for una just call we tell we say we are today I want for come or social term I'll get message where I want come pass to with people them. We go listen to your message. If we see say your message is very important to the people, we they bring you here, make you pass your message to your people them. Because of that one day, when I know say we get with grandpa, we in don't deal with we now we had well instead na family member right now. We have Imran T. Small time where it been balance in linger in corner. Plenty of una be the ask. Wetin happen with grandpa? Wetin happen to na uncle? Wetin happen to Imran T? Wetin happen with the buffer? For say fire don't catch the buffer. The buffer don't roast. Well, the buffer no roast it. For making no say no roast it. Today we get Imran T inside this university for can give lectures them to the students them so now they know exactly wetin they go on.
Now the same thing they say the time we have self. It look like say better not be the day. We grasp and begin the go day, and then more than begin they can begin ask everything they happen for say the one day we get the something don't do them. Well, now the same thing. So if the yard grass begin go day, then the buffer And well, I don't know if I'm board them again take over them. But still, we all long come now, and interestingly a good one. And in self they as well na the grandpa, you don't join me today. And of course, Bible will take over from this point. Will be just one for Adam. I don't know what you mean. I can say. Kongosa. When you talk to self, I see the social media they tense every day. Sasko versus
Obate.
Yeah, Obate. But if you be also be honest in this case, in your opinion, I think say this BNTM Obate they really get tension past Sasko.
Well, Obate right now take over the social media than Sasko. Although at the say Sasko back in the studio, they can cook.
Obate, Obate really don't take over the social media, but Sasko, I see Sasko the try for one Obate one day. They give us some big time word them one. But Obate then they be done the foolish on man the kiss Obate.
Hey boy, the man are celebrating.
Yeah. Okay, see I wait wait na Gucci.
I don't know if I can call him Gucci or
I mean I dance now like pass on. Me Obate, you see how the foot be the way. Anyway, in clip a dope. But the only thing we wait for is the final version of that in clip. Me
Obate International.
Anyway, so we could get for C, who that we get for takeover, whether that's Sasko or Obate. But we wait. And I look forward for C, who that will come up with an initiative for say, let Obate and Sasko do cipher. Let them do face to face. Now that kind of thing, and you go make a lot of money, yeah. But when they make money, no exploit people. The manager themselves, they get for lick their They get for put them face to face. Let them do rap cipher. How they call them?
Rap cipher.
Rap cipher, yes. That who believe in bone. Obate versus Sasko.
Believe in bone, kind
they
shy.
bring them on one big time all. Make them fight the battle. But anyway, we just won't forget the tip of the iceberg. I'll just get how they call them, icebreaker before Grandpa come. We make way for Grandpa for coming inside because the the chief don't sit on the sober one now. They wait for things to happen. So I go hand over to you by way for you hand over. I'll let you take over.
Well, of course, family members them, as I tell you now, today we get with Grandpa Young Boy. Of course, he wake appear on a camera self. I don't know if I for the call and Grandpa or I for the call an man or this guy. Eh? It's not Jambo Chief. Lord, put the mic off first.
Yeah, but can I tell you something?
Tell me, the mic be off.
The truth of the matter is, you see, Grandpa, and one for all.
So why you call him Grandpa again?
And one all, I mean.
You got the problem. The man, the way they beat pass, so say one the young man then.
Then they call a logo J. That one day the locks.
The mic be off, eh?
They off first, That one day the locks. They didn't hear you, nobody didn't hear you. That day the locks. And interestingly, I don't know now. Sometimes we don't begin get some granny they want come Sonia.
You sure say that you go show it?
Or something not to granny because if Grandpa they turn that kind of young boy. We know young pass we say
16. Yes, 16. Young concumba.
Nice salad. Make a member.
No eating time. Put the mic on.
Put the mic on.
All right, family, welcome back. We'll be just to talk something private, maybe brother. That you know concern.
Also, no.
I make put the mic off. Well, we know how for waste time. I don't know if he can help me with the topic then before you go.
All right, so
Grandpa they can't talk about. So they left me and Grandpa young boy.
Yes, no, you don't count. You hear you now.
No, not talk about it.
No, we know for call him Grandpa young boy.
Okay, Grandpa.
Call her just say Poppy.
A Poppy in action.
Poppy, yes.
Poppy in charge.
And you say Poppy, I didn't sugar day.
Poppy.
All right. So inside, interestingly, after the election, a lot of controversy there with the election results. So the question is, who that for the president of Sierra Leone? Grandpa they can do analysis about all of them things. APC they boycott the parliament. How long this will take? And waiting this mean? Really they na the right track or what? When they look into that one, they all protest of Sierra Leoneans, then they do protest all over na the diaspora. When they look at that, they all waiting at the impact way. on the coast, and then the alleged attempted coup, as alleged by the Salon police, say they want for some people they want for set coup, and they don't arrest some senior military officer, them, including civilian, all landed for you, as they can give a proper analysis into how he see them. They say that man will get white here, that thing where he go sit down and see. A pass with you, young man, the team up and see. So we can look at the appointment of cabinet minister. Them all of them they have to line for you, and then you get all the things that way. You already go get where you will come up with for now inside the program today.
Well, that not the issues them where they at the table where grandpa or Poppy, I forget. Where Poppy they come analyze for we. Well, this program, not forget say Poppy gets your own platform when are inside the buffer. So this we still they go with the buffer. This not the buffer hour, but we can call a monologue because it analyze things then break things then for make una able to understand, especially the historical things that me and you don't know. Poppy, I mistake say grandpa. Poppy they help we for make we know them things there. Well, make we no waste time since Poppy in charge, the designer Poppy. We don't grandpa we not afraid for present no side. We don't grandpa we be say we not afraid for pin out young boy them. We don't grandpa no they make we shame. Make income and tell una how in prepare for come give una today inside the program. Grandpa welcome. Poppy welcome.
Now for unmute, Poppy on mute.
Poppy in charge.
Poppy she or Poppy Rob. Why you feel like? Poppy on mute. You might mute. We need to hear you. Poppy on mute.
The mic. Poppy the mic. All right.
Poppy she or Poppy Rob.
Famulem in a cabo una plenty kushel. But before I say anything, they rascal boboya. They get the bold mind for Nika Naya. They not sing that song where they can sing. I know they talk. Until they sing them. They get the bold mind. Peter be time over there.
We don't sing them. Okay.
And I know
we are on camera today for can't but things where they happen. Now we on sweet chats alone. I know we then we left for do them bad things. Then why we they feel a most alone. I know we are and say. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean better. We just once for make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean better. We just once for make we had go before.
Welcome, sir.
Well, if Obate the rap, not for me go left. This fine song una sing so adika rap pana.
Oh yeah.
Fumble them una see how them want ya sabi sing. Then they make them so sweet. Everything they make it in the house. We did not the front door, not in the yard. We show them how for do and we mix them inside the pot and the pan and the chorus. Get crowd. How una see?
Poppy
in charge.
Poppy no one for.
Eh, we say. Le paso no more. Le paso.
And people that will not be they see me and they can't pull the wire, they waste na do.
Hey God.
You know, Marabio, they talk, say, then they fitian and they this and that. Why you not leader? You picking them, get for play with you. That's why they hold the money me. Una not see what's in the happen. That bobo that they call by Bure. Then girl and they admire and they call me that one wicked that beer. I like that. I say, una not see by beer.
Poppy, we don't get you.
That is a pop well beer again.
Poppy, we don't get you. Now make it let me beer. Poppy, we don't get you.
I don't bring the rough one. This one is from Walla original. This one not just a trepo. Many young girl them no say. Now rough rest. Now the real thing. Not to there half one and they way because they see the shine. But they are little left where. Family mina cabo plenty kushetona. You know, before it gets better, it gets forget worse. Before it gets easy, it gets forget difficult. before it gets smooth, it get for triangle. Nothing not day under the sun will come easy. Even waiting with the do, the struggle with the struggle. Martin Luther make it clear to we. He say some people ain't go lost their jobs. He say some ain't go die. He say some them then go throw it in a jail. He say, but Lord, we not give up. Even with all that, there must be hope. Now they pull this song where they say, we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Hold deep in my heart. I do believe, because we get for believe. Because in as much as people and they die, in as much as people and don't lost their job then, when a northern at them, when a western at them, even though people them, they jail and they rob tanker for things that what they not do. Then some people in there right now in the country, where they want put katana their aid. And one of them people in there, the opposition leader, he not eat, he not drink, but they say Waterloo for drunk, even though he not drink nothing. Me family, una therefore keep and pay attention for the little things that already happen around we. What is Samura do? Now they don't clear and go back in the courts for pile pressure upon them, for make it succumb to the peace process as they call them. Then people are not in a peace. The kind of language where they use, the kind of language where that man where they call Alpha Kanu use in a parliament, where he say, if we not in a parliament, we not go there, now the place that's over for talk. If we not talk there, that's a noise pollution. Do we know what is the meaning of pollution? Before I go say noise pollution, all them talk, then they very heart-rending, then very provocating, then very abusive, and not show respect to the people in the salon where now they really matter. Now with the read and they talk say they want to do coup. Who do they do the coup? 10 people here feel say APC, then so retrogressive. APC, then so munku that's what they want for do coup. Now social media, then they go do it. It shows something. And I be talking by my last audio, I say them 1 year don't get so desperate. Now when they talk peace, now we get for brace reset because they are about to launch something we could be unpalatable to we people. We could be unsavory. We not go be nice. So we get for prepare. We get for be wide awake. And that's make them they come out now. The SLPP fumble them, then cronies them, then tetemute them, then all busy. They make claims them. Now social media say, now APC then they talk, now they audio then they, because they want to make coup. APC is full of intellectuals. APC is full of people with wisdom. APC is full of people of character, people that were decent, normal people, sober people, people with flagging felicity of characteristics, people that were exquisite in taste, in character, in knowledge. They're exquisite in soberness. Not so people that will go be so petty, we go come. They come say that they make coup na public, coup na thing with private. It just start like when they talk about somebody, they say a private part. You private part, nothing wait for be private. I make them they cover them. If we want make coup, the last place where we want for do them, na social media. I feel to say anybody will believe that talk day na the most intelligent character now with society. But we know say Sierra Leoneans are not fools. Sierra Leoneans they're normal. Sierra Leoneans then sober, and then get reasoning faculties. They not say na rubbish talk. You know, they say rest board. What in they call rest board? Miniman call them suki. Now that black and white board, that small one, suki. Creoman call them rest board. Siniman call them elebo. Now then they eat rest, and when they eat rest, they know they talk. Then Tranga is bad. When they see we rest one guy, when they're ready for unleash themselves by rest. And APC na rest board. Where APC they eat, you know they talk. And quiet. And at this quietness, I don't honor them. Now SLPP don't turn to palm board. What's not palm board? Now I'm in team the man called Egbanga. Well, SLPP, that's who they are. They talk. But what did they say? No get substance. What? APC arrest board. Egbanga. I am Egbanga. Then Elabo. We Mindiman called Suki and Kreumann called them rest board. We are not scared. We are not worried. We still get hope, as Martin Luther said. We still believe in the fight. We go fetch them in air, land, and sea for make what is right prevail in our country. And I want to tell Salon people, the one that we gets the belief say it will be easy. No, it will get worse before it gets better. It will get stronger before it gets better. It will get difficult, even more difficult, because when the people we don't get paranoid, plus the way paranoid na person every step we take, it look be any back. And if we say somebody they come do something to them, but then say, "Uda throw ashes, nine ashes the falla." If you not be throw ashes, you not get for worry say ashes go follow you. So not so we fall so una in that position, and now una create the circumstances where una dey right now. Now una bring PR system. Now the PR don't backfire power, and it don't work on we own favor. We know the fact. I remember why be small, where APC be just kind of line, where they create a thing open window and a free talk. Upline them they think say APC, we know the fact. APC, we know the cause. We know the fact. SLPP, now they lie, now they thief. SLPP, now they lie, now they thief. And they have replicated the same pattern of behavior. Say SLPP, now they lie and now they thief. Then propaganda, they all know add up. Because, you know, for make propaganda, you at least forget small intelligence. Then say when you get a country, when a full man, they lead una. The opportunists, now in they control that full man. Now I make people like Fatima Tabiu, they all done surface for control the full man who gets in a seat. Because you know go talk for say you want to make peace. You the all we leader or stage na court for force them for let it suppress down to a level where you go force them for let do what you want. No. Samura not going to be intimidated by you, and neither he's not scared. What Martin Luther tell we, where they talk about we shall overcome, he say, that is the reason why we should continue fighting, because the physical death not as bad as psychological death. Because when you die psychologically, when we begin and die psychologically, there is no hope. That's why we have to resist. We resist them in the air, land, and sea. And the reason that we will continue for protest, and as the leader of the APC party don't say repeatedly, we go use everything legal, where available to we for fight this injustice. We're not talk about peace. This man, what they call Prince Sardine. I call him Prince Sardine, not Sniff.
All right.
Prince Sardine.
because
the man, na Sardine, he not get aid.
Grandpa, just
If he
one
get
second.
aid,
Just 1 second.
Okay.
We just want to tell you say the program na you own N.
Idena,
And something that happen at kitchen, no one go and make quick. Go on.
you take over.
Well, this is the thing. When they can talk and say Salomange about that, una left me they talk, when they go eat the air. But now so they say Kreumann can do where you come in, they give you newspaper. Make you they study the newspaper where in the chair chicken. But never mind, I will be here. Thank you. We don't do me the human style today. When I give me newspaper, when I don't go be here, all right. I go be here. But when I just get anything ready for me, we get for look into them when I come back. So me fumble them, you know, where we in any kind of circumstances there, where we get full man na chair. Now all the opportunities them, when they control them, don't jump on seat. This happened in the biblical days. The 7th king of Israel, when they call Ahab, the most notoriously wicked king of Israel. Now, the man will not be clever. The opportunities to be the controller now, he wife, what they call Jezebel. And in the world of literature, you get Macbeth. Who don't be the opportunities to the controller? Now, he wife, Lady Macbeth. And now we can clearly see we own Jezebel na Sierra Leone and we own Macbeth, Miss Macbeth, Lady Macbeth as they call her. Now we domain what they call Fatima Tabiyo. Because I already say the elections now MBD in charge of the SLPP finance. This is kind of weird. Lima was correct. She is not elected, and he would not speak on her. He would not mention her because of that statements where Lima make. We notice for say they don't put her at the back house. So all the things there don't they happen before we. Now then they try for cook something up, say we make coup. But you see, I just want for let with people them not worry, because a lot of people don't call me. Hundreds of people they don't call me. Say, hey, God, we see the ambassadors them now the opening of parliament, and that means to say that they support. I want to make something clear now, yeah, publicly. You see, diplomacy is different to governance. Diplomacy now about the country we send the person in interest. And one of the main role of diplomacy now espionage. Then they gather information for send to the home country. Sierra Leone, it is no secret. Just today, Marcela Samba don't publish the real results. Don't come on and do. The European, in collaboration with the European Union, so they know what's in they happen. But they not will be totally disobedient to the person where they claim say in na government. They not say the people them we get them country therefore be in consent. And we have not been consented. This particular government here, they under scrutiny, then they under dispute. We know that the only people that we not know for say they know they under disputes, no matter be you and a cabinet members. Then they in denial. Then they try to push themselves down with roads. Then they forget say they na fufu no they go down without fufu plazas. And now we get for easy fufu, get for choose the plazas. If they don't know, we don't want okra soup this time, na bitter leaf we want. And we want them with all the creatures, them great and small. So we don't tell them, say, we don't want okra soup. Then say, now okra soup we for eat. We they tell them, for say, we don't want okra soup. Then say, now okra soup. So we don't put we foot down, because now we they choose within with the eat. Now they call all kind foul. They say, we not troublemaker them. But what is they feel for realize? They no one for take responsibility for their actions. And if that is the case, we are going to be resolute. So the facts say, we have made our points clear. And make we sit down quietly, they wait for them. Because there is something called persona non grata. That is where an ambassador is expelled from the from the country where it is. If the ambassador totally they in defiance with a dictator, man with the unleash tyranny on the people, he might ask them for leave the country. and that country, when the ambassador come back, then go decide whether they retaliate. Then they go do the same thing with the country, we send the ambassador out, do, then they go send themselves back to the country. So they call them persona non grata. That is PNG. That is the expulsion of a diplomat from a country. So, we have to understand, say, they go where the ambassador then go, not because they accept Madabio, now because they need for do one of the role when a espionage, that is for gather information, that is spying, send the hands-on information where they see with SFU one. See there were the Kalukalu, there were Paolo who talk that open the parliament. APC no the inside it, and now one party they don't run, they go report them as sincere. That's why they were there. They are not there because they elect them, they are not there because they support them. They are there not for Sierra Leone, they are there based on the country we're sending the interest. And at this we get to be aware of. And at this make at the say Salon people them, we not for left all we hope at the hands of the international community. Because at the end of the day, when the chips are down, then get the own responsibility to their own country. And make we get for take responsibility for we country. And we get for resist anything where we know say Rikishi, Dabaru, and we clearly not seek we interest. If we not say anything they pan waiting we go on with, get for do with roadshow business, underhand business, we get rights for call them out, stand against them, and condemn where we need to condemn. And that is what I do. I make what I say we don't make cool, we don't say we don't make cool. I make myself wear military uniform today. Sit down at my house. Would I mona let go about cutting tree? The halfway don't left. If it's so mona you, go draw the ferry, bring a gun at the island, and they are gonna say you get gang. But the reality is APC no make no coup. The reality is the diplomats then we gonna the parliament, then go there for go gather information, for send back, and for make them see how then they expatiate this bad pattern of behavior with Madabio and criminals them, because this is a criminal enterprise in the runaway country, which is not a secret, of which Madabio we open parliament now in just show to na waiting na irresponsibility in a the man way na the chief executive of all the criminality, all the wickedness, all the evil where they happen. But this is not surprising. We therefore begin to pay attention to certain words. I make me particular about language. When Madabio come, what he puts before, he's saying a retired brigadier. Waiting a retired na person way not they in active duty anymore. Anybody who don't they out of active duty, they know they use the act on activeness as a title. Sierra Leone 2-leg title. Sierra Leone man 2-leg title. We leg title and put mantle. We leg for tot katana, we aid the pass with them. They go and make pan people them. Salomon get PhD, even when they go to Latin, he want them call a doctor. He go to Kukriba, he want them call a doctor. We are just obsessed with title. Where we get lawyer all side at the wall, even England, where the day before pan law business. They know they call lawyer now. Lawyer now you profession. Now you job title. Not to you title. You not to lawyer Kamara, you not to lawyer Sise, you not to lawyer Bangura. You not Mr. And even the Esquire what they use, it is not for be verbal. Nothing where you only use written. Like when they send documents to you, then they add and they without you name, they just put you initial A Camara Esquire. That is on writing, but we would talk because we want noticement, we want notoriety. Madam Yokam is in a retired brigadier. What do you expect from brigadier? We retire. When person retire is out of service. Not useful in that domain, in that area, non-functional in that area. When they say you retire, that you don't work at that place, they say you don't tire, you don't get nothing else to offer. Then give you benefits, you go. And any normal society, not the already person they go, retired doctor, Imran Toure, retired masoner, Imran Toure, retired carpenter, Imran Toure, he retired this, that. No, now matter be you bring that style, and guess what? Salon people they don't appear. You see that one, retired colonel now, retired captain, retired lawyer, retired this. This is the foolishness within our country. And that just shows Sierra Leone, we totally out of touch with other civilizations. And now, no wonder, since we get a retired brigadier in our country, common sense don't retire, integrity don't retire, decency don't retire, civilization don't retire, good governance don't retire, the rule of law don't retire, social peace, tranquility don't retire, good food don't retire, all the things them way blessed in our country don't retire. Everything in retirement. Nothing not a function of our country. Our country is on retirement. On everything we're good. Everything. Then make we get for reflect and ask ourselves, how did we get here? If we reflect, we see clearly when the man comes, he talks in a retired brigadier. For us, say, this man not so active brigadier. If not so active, waiting he gets for offer. This man na second na third hand. This man na market we come out Kinjimi, and not cost Kinjimi. But we know say things that we can do na Kinjimi na Jebu. But we know now, waiting will not be known. And this man, because he retired, he don't forget all waiting it take as a country within our constitution. Now that's make you find out for say it don't subvert the will of the people. It don't subvert the authority of the constitution. Now everything, even the constitution of the country don't retire. Because Mother Biyu na retired brigadier. Even he was more active person because he's retired. And person when retired, he's a retired mentally. I know they retired people that will not retire. But this particular 1 year, Mother Biyu is a retired. Because if you're not retarded, I don't know which part of the word participation you not understand. APC don't mean bad. Then just talk, say, bruh, these are the rules you need to follow. Follow we get to that position where they will say you win. Processes were abused. Processes were not followed. You go to parliament, you go ask for get more things than the kitty, things that for use for do these elections. That's not the election 2021 election out of whichever 2021. I don't remember. You bring them come, even the one in SF, you flout them. You don't follow them. Now people they say no, we not agree. You say they for agree. And now the slogan where they bring, the propaganda where they bring, you say you go all out for make peace. You don't say that, because if you really go out for make peace, it starts with you know for the open parliament. You know for the open parliament. You for be talk. You for be talk with the people enforced. But you not do them. You not do them. Now you say you want peace. But what me notice the way where you forceful about this peace where they talk about. It's like for say you want the peace for only come on your terms. And we not prepare for let it be on your terms. We prepare for let it be within the perimeters of the law, then what we get in Sierra Leone. And that seems to be too big for you. Because you're not a bully, you're not paupanista, everything you get for doing by force, everything you get for doing without negotiating, you get for be the way where you see them and the way where you want them, and not go be by your terms, bruh. You go holla, you go jump. One thing I go say to you, APC no say you're not snake. So we get the antidote. And what's in the antidote? What's in it neutralize a snake toxin and the snake poison, and they neutralize them. So we get them already in our pocket. So we are not intimidated, we are not scared. But I want to say something we're very important here. Now the joke where you present before the people and say you they investigate. Mr. So-called president, I want to talk to you today. If you're really serious for investigate, we will get an independent people them for Sidom and the investigation, not to you, vice president. You, Bio, you are persons of interest because now you government and the Electoral Commission now una work together for deprive the people them now the country forget the result we due to them. And the people then no say the elections not credible. Even a blind person, even Attila can tell you that. So the people that don't say they not agree, and not to APC one grade. Believe what in them believe. All the people that will be involved in these elections, except Madabio and the Electoral Commission that they believe say this election correct and SLPP. But international community, European Union, Commonwealth, ECOWAS, and the people of Sierra Leone, civil society, they are all overwhelmingly convinced say we will not follow the rules. So why would I want we for comply on something we not correct, something we not ethical, something we will not do right? It is very troubling. Then now you can come put kangaroo inquiry before we see the vice president. Remember, now this vice president who then kill we brother them, na Pandeba Road. Then kill we uncle them, na Pandeba Road. We cousin them, we sister them. People them will be supposed for day in custody. When you day in custody, now the state irresponsibility for protect you, rehabilitate you, get you ready for come back now the society as a reformed person. You lock them. Then at night, you send your presidential guard, then go there, well armed. People and way, no get no ammunition. Then they in custody. Una go shoot them down, kill them, massacre them inside it. Then you talk for say, now this you vice president here. Now Ingo sit as a chairman on that inquiry. Today they will not get results with satisfactory. You know, I don't know why Madabiu, because you stupid, because you are not lucid mentally, because you get captuna your brain, because bog don't eat your brain, you feel to say everybody Sierra Leonean full like you. You don't know him before. You don't know him before. Why we for believe you for use the shame rotting lapa when you use trade, what don't try for patch, any side will patch other side the chair. You bring a come back, can samba we say we take up. No. The last person who will believe for lead any kangaroo, for lead any inquiry, now you vice president. You push a man, you drug dealer. Man, we nobody knows sabi before you bring and come in politics. We don't know whether it wungo or the wanga. He born na Kono, he grew up na Kono, he say come up with loco. People that will come up with local and say they're not sabi and they. But anyway, now it's a Leonean, as he say, he get the right to make a young claim. But true, not true. I don't care what language you talk about. True go be true. And some people that don't true when you talk, it's not about fact. It's about putting their own opinion, and people where they in denial, we say that their own opinion, na inge for stand. Like how SLPPC in their mind, in their psyche, that they win the election, they not care what it happen. This don't show why I talk say we mother be on a retired brigadier. Common sense don't retire in our country. Integrity don't retire, decency don't retire, humanity don't retire, civilization don't retire, good governance don't retire. We constitution retire. I make then just the circumvent them, then they balance them. Creoman say what God has put together, you cannot put asunder. But you know, when you get people like them kind of, we don't get class, we don't retire. Then we'll make sure say who side enough for put asunder. Then we'll make sure say them to pass under. Go inside. We go create mass destruction. And this is what is happening in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, they na cliff edge. Sierra Leone, they tumble down. It just they go down and down and down with the back pedal. These last 5 years, we don't deteriorate. They don't take we back way beyond. How we go progress? Where every time we take 10 steps, now we don't take 5 more steps backwards. And if we left this man for like he did it, we will continue to go backwards instead of forward. I don't know about other people. I do not believe in him. I never believed in him. I knew from the day when they call him retired brigadier, I knew it was a disaster. And it has been a disaster. And once he did it, it will continue to be disaster. I want to take this opportunity today for tell people and say, if Mother be serious about the inquiry, just like what he do about the white paper, let it bring an international acclaimed judge from a neutral country for can sit down and do that inquiry. And as I talk, I hope say APC they take notes for make them go act upon this. Because it is not for him when it suits him, when something get for do with APC, it will go fend judge from outside, like how we bring Judge Bell. For can look into issue because he want to be seen for be doing a dirty within clean robe. If you really want for show, say you're not father of the nation, you're not the fountain of honor. If you're not the man we supposed for respect all the treaties in our country, as is say, now we constitution. Not to that Tete Mute, where they call Jules. Not to that Sally one side, where they call Jules. Not to that lay about that drug dealer. You go bring cam. We don't make one inquiry. We flop. We take today with the wait for results. We not get. Now you go bring cam for can be waiting. You see inquiry. The word inquiry. Now for look inside and tell we what really happened inside there. So if na banga, now you they take the banga, you broke them for let we see how they not look like inside, whether it is edible or whether it is only good for making a tie. The man where you go take, you know nothing about banga. We need a judge-led inquiry and preferably an internationally acclaimed judge. This is a very serious issue. This is not an issue where you just push under the carpet. You can't make some 2-3 lie nonsense for that we believe say you've been seen to do something. No. We want you as a leader for make we get confidence in we leader. We don't can hear you. We don't notice say you armpit foul. You armpit no fresh. Now you get forgive with confidence. Go now wash your hand, go ask. Put deodorant and kaka sit down now. They can ace you armpit how you want. But right now, you get body odor. Timni man say, oh, ni mote la nemwe. Being tomoros. I don't tomo. Urok boof. I like na pantap stone. You dance till you pull dust. I can boof and bang into pockets. That means to say, the dust where people will see the rise where you dance pantap and butter. Na lie. Because the dust itself, now one way where you get now your pocket already like powder, you just drop up. You just drop up. So the dust come up, people and feel to say, now the dance where the dance, the profuse dancing, and they create the dust. Not so dust. Now illusion, like fool. You try for fool the people. And we are not stupid. We not saying about butter you dance. There is no way you able to pull dust. Now you get forgive with confidence for believing in you. So far, we don't believe in you. We not believe say you win elections. And for make you be a leader in a country, people and forgive consent. And that consent they give authority. We have not consented. You could talk, you could holler, you could dance. Alpha can say if we talk, it could be noise pollution. That is an insult to the people of Sierra Leone. Man, we go school, he say he get PhD. He not get regards and respect for the people of Sierra Leone. He didn't have parliament. He said the opposition, if they're not talking about parliament where they in a stalemate. He didn't have stalemate, not because APC make them they in stalemate. APC won. Say their actions they have one they take, then go backfire upon one. And indeed, APC they're right. APC be right. A young man, when I legal luminary, I see him na AYV, when they call Ade Macaulay, he come and he make him clear. He said this PR go kill democracy. He said he go kill the smaller parties. He go kill independent candidates them. It's like say the man pits na kula leaf. Waiting it talk. Don't come to pass. He's not a prophet. Now man will get foresight. And I said it too in my audios. See, then 1 year, the way the waju, unallah will left hope give them. Gravity, they say that for falling bodies. But it look like for say gravity also they act upon wicked and bad people. And people like them wire, when they act, the way they act, we get for give them rope. That rope they we don't see now, then they hang themselves. And let we continue for getting the rope, let them hang themselves even further. And some of the things that when they do, we now clearly know say it is willful, it is premeditated, it is organized. Then they do them forget required outcomes. Like for instance, the abolition of the death penalty. They do them because they know say that they can't do things them we not constitutional, things them we not treacherous acts them where they affect the country a well-being. Now states crime them, and states crime them, then they give their death penalty. So they not want for pay the price of that. So they remove. They're not remove them for the people of Sierra Leone. They're not remove them because they want for help with country image. They do them purposefully because they not want for account. Just like how they not want for take responsibility for the things that we then don't do for this election integrity. Una don't well the elections integrity, then una wants we APC, and all decent Sierra Leoneans them for pay the price for una actions. It don't work like that. Every adult is responsible for their actions. Uda to whip a mind na foot the red. And una na white card. Una don't pass near per mind. Una don't jam the per mind don't to wait. Una feather all red. Then una say na we push una inside the per mind. No, we not be there. We not be there. In fact, we tell you. Say that per mind you team up here so. You say let we clear out. We na APC. We lawless. But Uda na the one we don't broke the law in the country. Uda na the one we go take person. We na surrogate SLPP for be electoral commissioner. Now between una don't make decisions then we wrong. Prince Sardine, we they call himself Prince Sardine. We all know say Sardine no get aid. So in a Sardine, man we talk for say the people in we come on Europe, the quality of people that they sell na Sierra Leone for go monitor elections, they are intellectually dwarfed. Who are the intellectual dwarf now? Then you use the word say inget intercourse. The word intercourse now old word we do not use anymore. One, because it is not politically correct. When you talk about intercourse, you think about sexual intercourse, and it remains the real meaning when they use the word intercourse, not for conversation anymore. Because when you use them politically, the context, no, they look desirable, they look decent. You get a bold mind, the people in way, clearly, we get with finger, they all hang at their mouth, and then they feed we. Then finger and then we mouth. The people who were able because Sierra Leone na underdeveloped country. Sierra Leone, we na a donor economy. The one in way they assist we, na the very people where you don't put in harm's way by using short words. As I said to now, diplomats them, they do espionage, then they spy, then they take notes, then they gather data, information, and send back to their home country. When I don't feel to say they go don't send a message the way Prince Sardine call them, say they are intellectually dwarf. Like the British High Commission, they talk Creole. The American High Commission, they talk Creole, they understand Creole. Then get Peace Corps, they wouldn't work in Sierra Leone. The one that we come to America, then they talk Creole. Britain gets VSO them, volunteer, they wouldn't work in Sierra Leone. Then they talk Creole. This man bluff saying, Naya, he can study a formal education, secondary and university. So he know the mentality that he try for talk down to them. But if them people learn and then qualification you get, that don't show how dwarfed you are intellectually, socially, politically, and emotionally. You are totally dwarfed. Now they embarrass people them way really go school because Lima be don't talk say una dabbed into university. Una dabbled. He dabbled in university. When I say you dabbled into university, that means to say you just go peep. You just go watch. You commodity. You just immerse yourself, quickly. That you not really go in university and university go inside you as in learning. You dabbled. That is Lima. And that is what the SLPP people in Talek. They get a big qualification here, but mind you, they only dabbled in university. Because anybody who is sober-minded no would use that kind of word they upon the people in where they feed we. Tell them to say they are academically dwarfed and in get an intercourse with them. What? The man outdated in a vocabulary level. A vocabulary level, they don't communicate them kind of words, then those are words that are not in use any longer. They are now old English. If you look now Oxford Dictionary, it clearly tell you say this now old word. They are redundant, not decent, not palatable For go tell somebody for say you had an intercourse instead of conversation. And Mother Bio said that the man where is sent for can negotiate peace with we. That alone is an insult. Man we talk say Mother Bio, not the commodity power. Mother Bio, the people elect him. Mother Bio na a smart man we bring the PR system. The very PR system we puts them in trouble. On the one hand, I'm presiding can praise. After we don't praise and done, it talk, say Mother Bio, they look beyond 2028. That is confirmation. But the one party we already did. But the thing we funny is one party, then just left for sign the paper. Because since we Mother Bio take power with the power gang member them. Now one party don't they because they're not the consult. Then they impose. They're not the engage. Then they talk on aid inside the pots by power by force. They're not the negotiate. They're not the liaise with anybody. And politics inclusive. You get for include people. People and get for participate. It is participatory. They get for take part. They get for be involved. And mind you, the opposition is there to give alternative. But when I say the opposition, not for speak, not for talk. They for tell a goat, when I hold the rope, they pull them. Sell them if you want. Slaughter them if you want. Lock them in jail if you want. Right now, we not get party in the country. Because the party they will get invitations for party they will get. And for gonna CID. For make them go misuse people and for things they will not do. You know, Olivia Butler, and a Black American lady, also say, if you get a tyrant for lead, that means to say, you picking them, your family, una don't turn slave, because a tyrant could take all our freedoms away from una. And this is what has happened in our country. And the same Madam Butler say, if a fool becomes your leader, the opportunist with the controller, and go in charge. Now we see how we did in our country. A woman, we don't get style, we don't get class. Mami Gracie, we not Albert Magai wife. Sam Milton wife, na be with woman. A lot of people ever know her. I be with woman, Sam Milton married. Even though when I with woman, you know, make within me the man he call Gaya, mot, rowdiness, rudeness. No, she was quiet. She was seen and not heard. Mami Grace, Lady Magai. She was a lady. All the money excesses where he do. In Mami Queen issues them. You know, everything. Everything be there under lead because he was married to a lady. Bashaki Mami Rebecca, she was a lady. Momo married to Mami Josephine. She was a lady, a woman of substance, class. Bakaba also married Madame Kaba. She was a lady. She passed on. He married another woman. She also was a lady. Anes Kurumaka, he was married to a lady. Madame Sia Kuruma, she is a biochemist, master's. Then he gets another master's in psychiatry. She's a psychiatrist nurse. The woman, not to empty drum. They say an empty drum, they make beaucoup noise. You know the area. You know they make too much noise. Because First Lady, you are not a politician. You are not voted for. A First Lady, an honorary position. You are to be seen and not heard. You are the wife of the president. You are the #1 hostess of the country. That means now you the host people in a state house. Now you did make sure the state house gets reflect the integrity of the country. And one thing go send you for go present medals them, now places them, or for go open places. You should not be political. You are mother of the country. And when you're mama, you born twin them. You get for breastfeed, all you pick them. And you get for breastfeed them fairly. This woman talk for say, Sierra Leone, the people them way, na proper Sierra Leonean then now, when a real citizen in Sierra Leone, na SLPP. If the first lady can utter a word like that, then now, symbolically, you don't tell APC member there, all say then a foreigner them. So now when they ask you kind of parliament, that's when they ask foreigner for kind of parliament. No, we are not coming there. We are not legally abound. We are not legally qualified. We do not have the legal jurisdictions to be there. So we are not going to be there until the first lady can't happy talk for say she made a mistake. One thing one about them people there, they not they ever take back things they said. They are always the victims. That's how tyrants are and their spouses. They are always the victims. Anything will happen, now other person is fault. Then say, we not foreigner them. Now we on land. Then they want we for on a parliament. Now when I make the PR law, we exclude all other party them. We for don't they wutuna. We see don't suffer. We are not coming there. You are not going to force us to be there against our will. The only thing we are the ask APC, waiting at the plan B. If after all the thing here, looking at them people there, them pattern of behavior, all the trend where they don't show, now people them we consistent only by one thing, then consistent for broke the law, then consistent not for be respecters of rules, then consistent of not respecting the Salon people. So they will do as they wish, they not give a damn. They get for reach a point where me feel, say we get for resist physically, and we will resist physically. If they go militarily, we get the right for self-defense. If we have to be military as well, we have to be military. All the noise there within the mix. So I want to make Mother you realize for say, people have the right of self-defense, not to be talk up, not the law, not in talk up, not make ready any democracy, the rule of law, free press, transparency, and criminal justice system that is skeleton. And democracy, now like a menu we see in a restaurant. In the menu, all the things that you get for eat inside a restaurant, they did. Now the same with democracy. Democracy na a menu. Inside there, you get protest. And Mother Bio not like that, what do they call protest? If you want a Mother Bio become paranoid, he go crazy, he go gaga, use the word protest. He doesn't like it. And in a democracy, protest is not an alien word. Protest is in the menu. You can forget your story, my friend. It is not lawless. Protest is like eating ice cream. At some point, we go protest peacefully, quietly. We sit home. We go reach a time where we get for common ado, where we get for take them to them. They don't get no rights for do any or anything otherwise. All waiting and get now for listen to it. If they get any respect for law, if they get any respect of the people in Sierra Leone, if they respect humanity, if they respect the rule of law, we are not going to be turned away by a man we clearly Bogbog don't eat a medulla oblongata. You know, all man of Sierra Leone, they pan this status fever. Because of that, we accepted a fool as president. We clearly tell you for say he's retired mentally, he's retired in integrity, in decency, in civilization, in good governance, in soberness, in healthiness, in class. We take him. Why? Because we damn two leg status. There is this adage we then talk for say, come here, they change a color readily all the time for let it match the world we the inside. But it's so funny that the world not the change a color for match come here. No matter how tall cotton tree be, it not will be taller than the sky. And grass long tay. If you chop cotton tree, it's still tall past grass, man past man. But the same way, no matter how kundo waju, kundo no could be alligator, na fiber than fiber. They are all reptiles. They come from the same class. They come from the same classification. But kundo na kundo, alligator na alligator. Madabio na kundo, it cannot be alligator. Una law we no be fooled by all the jargon there. They want to make cool. All they want to put friends by APC. Frighten the people of Sierra Leone. We have seen that. Not until today when I begin propaganda at Sierra Leone. Una don't talk say Plaba no they die from 1967. What happened? Una still want for Kankan redress. What not happen in the past today? Well, look, Albert Maga don't die, Sheikha Stevens don't die. Sierra Leone still remain. And then two people and then grudge. People that will live under the same house. Then grudge, not for being a national issue. We can for put them aside and look ahead. And any leader, when a sober leader, it look to the future. How a policy then go affect a people them, the young one them, a grandpicking them, a great grandpicking them, now in which man called posterity. How it will affect their future. So, if I fumble them, I go call me picking them. Then banner picking them, yeah. Then can say bad bush not for to be bad picking, but then why I go tell you I go find bush for them wire. And I go make sure say the bush will get for two, then a bush will get plenty chuk. So we then can also we and all things we don't rub upon them. And when they crash, they laugh. I don't know if they don't eat them, or make them play some of their video there, yeah. You see them, Tabdidi call them, then I just know the kind picking them who the born in this there, yeah. They picking them now, then Sabi gone, but we can tell them say they're not Sabi hide. But we now are they look for una. Although una can play some of them in there, yeah. Maybe people that know the issues then who they talk on. When I don't go say, me don't talk to me, much don't look sour. I want for get a breather. So when I go to play them in there, yeah, then we go to discuss on the issues there, yeah. So in Pierre, by Bure, Usa when I don't go. The attacks war done. Here. When I put cutlass down.
We're not going to say you. We there. We listen to we Poppy as in the past one in lectures.
Well, I saw it be. I saw it be.
Well,
I know the area.
You get me?
Yeah, the area now. It
Yeah.
break.
I say we don't go no side. We just in our corner. They listen to we pop away the passing lectures. And as you dey talk right now, your family members and they with you self they listen. We get 849 people with our family members them on YouTube where they can listen to the lectures at the university. So I feel say they get interest on the topic because a huge number like this, then they with we, they listen. And Facebook also, we get 670 people them with our family members them where they listen as well to the lectures inside the university and inside the Bafa.
Well, I'm glad bad one because waiting with the do now then they make with the do one. And where I can kind of place like this, where I see young man them, we get valor, we get courage, we get foresight, now then two man here. If Malek me can sit down, now we yard, una put me frando, now because manele kuna get foresight. Fambulem, una self join me for tell them thank you for create this platform, and this platform here now una get them. The only reason we make with the Kanaya, they do the thing and what they do, now because una repeatedly they ask we for do them because we like waiting they happen now. We pray, let God make we see that day where we overcome the enemy. And the enemy, we know who that it be. And Martin Luther make it clear, say we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday, or deep in our heart, we they rejoice. Then rejoice them where people can laugh. They say this, when they go for go take qualification, people can say, why they cry? Then say na tears of joy. This cry will they cry. It's painful, but it clean we eye them. It clean we mind. Because we know for say hope is there. The only time who they lost hope, as Martin Luther, King of America, say, now when they kill somebody psychologically, they kill you picking psychologically. But when they kill somebody for what they believe in, they don't remain a history. So what they happen, the death of Evangelist Samson, may his soul rest in peace. May God bless him. May God give him good road. May God bless his family. It don't qualify Sierra Leone status to waiting Martin Luther King of America before. It says some them go lost their job. And not none of them, Creole people and Timni people and Liba people. So some people they don't lost their job because of their surname, because of their tribe. That's Sierra Leone. Then in the talk say they want to talk peace. Evangelist Samson don't die. He left a toddler, a young pekin. The wife they cry, they miss him man every day. He pekin they say, Daddy, is Daddy coming home? Daddy is not coming home. Mother be you. Now they talk about that. Before that, they talk about peace. Peace can like a glove. If you say glove, they come with hand. Hand and glove, as they can say. You talk about sushi, they talk about lace. You talk about teacup, they talk about salsa. Things that where they come as a couple. You know they talk about one, you left the other. Mother be United, the only person where they do what they need to do. Then when I don't jail people in. When I lock them without following the rules. When I not charge them. When I just keep them. When I just lie on people them. When I not agree with. We get a different point of view to una. But when I Alpha can't talk for say anybody will not go talk in a parliament, you talk outside parliament. Na a noise pollution. That is very insulting. And me they ask him, make it withdraw that word there. And I feel say the opposition, they say they really get for lift up the tempo and the gear. They're supposed to ask him to withdraw that word. It is inflammatory. It is like pouring acid in somebody a wound. Put pepper in somebody cacto. How? Inside with parliament, in front of dignitaries, in front of diplomats. The presidency advisor, they talk for say, APC, they don't take their seats, they don't get rights to a voice. And the constitution talk for say, we get that right. It is prescribed for. It is in the menu. It's not even a starter, it's a main course. And you said we should not have our voice? And you say a democracy? And now they complain saying one party? Oh, hell no. We're not left for the full the people. We just wait for them to sign the paper. Since we want to take power, now one party will get Sierra Leone. Democracy is supposed to be plural. It's supposed to be inclusive. It's supposed to be participatory. And at the same thing with salon politics, we were there overseas. We money the whole send. It's sweet for them to eat them salon politics. But when it comes for let possible in diaspora take part in politics, then say you get for wait 1 year, you get for wait 2. All them things and they discriminatory. It's not supposed to live on politics. We all enable them plants in the country. Where it comes for do things them like right now, and they travel far and wide, and they engage with people them, and they get sleepless nights, and they do research, and they talk with people that get sabi past me, for learn from them, for make I go present them to people them. But when time come and say, this one we don't left the country in Odinaya, so it can bring him money, it can bring a voice, it can put a life on the line, but he cannot take part. That means to say, he could provide beef, he could provide rest, he could provide palmine, he could provide all the jati for cooking the one pot, the delightful meal, but he cannot eat the meal. But come on, where is the humanity? Where is the decency? That is very discriminatory. Ghana opened the door to even people in for the diaspora, we not to Sierra Leonean. Then they give them passports. Then they encourage them for bring investments to their country. By acting this discriminatory way, when they discriminate and they frown upon opportunities for coming into the country. Ghana don't get a lot of doctors that we don't go back. A lot of lawyers that we don't go back. What do we get how you call them? Now a parade where they call lawyer them where they wear black and wear that dog span them. They are not lawyers, they are not properly trained. Because if we get trained lawyer in Sierra Leone, this unconstitutional behavior will take place. Now then for day before, we see it happen in Malawi. Where they want for sack the Chief Justice. Where the president don't get the right for doing. All the lawyers they come on and do. All the lawyers they protest. Not to the opposition party. The opposition party just support them. And lawyer then team up. Thing like them one day, the lawyer then for day before. When Miss Michaels, they say APC for going to court. In the beat, now in the dance. In for one, no for say. All the things them with the first peace in the country, SLPP don't ransack the all. They don't broke the all. When they don't broke them down, you don't hold them responsible for their action. Now you can't tell we say we forgo and comply. Comply to unconstitutionality, something not constitutional, something way not correct, something way illegal. No, we are not taking part. Now because some of them will lawyer there, not tetemute them. They don't know what they do. They're busy, they call themselves Esquire. And me not see Squire upon them. When I look, they all put together in a triangle, me they see. Because if we really get lawyer them, this year not to APC for day before. Now they lawyer them for day before. But rather, they are all of them.
Okay.
Now rogue way SLPP the mass. Papa, do you have place some of them thing there? Let people and see which thing will they try for talk to them. All them see they happen, lawyer them in the country. Lawyer them, the law society. What's in the law society? The law society, I recently Keketoma, they sleep with the chairwoman. Then all the inside and draws them. All. That is sexual corruption, financial corruption, social corruption, emotional corruption, all kind of corruption in Sierra Leone. It's heart-rending. Sometimes it's painful. You know, sometimes I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. My brother, play some of them video there, let people and see some of the things that we are the try for draw to their attention.
All right, family members, them as we dey try for play the video, them we dey get small problem with the player, the freeze. But if it disturb we, I don't know, I will ask Poppy in permission if we can get few calls them because time don't dey bitter now. Make it go rest. Now big man, I know I say now grandpa. A big man, enough for sit down for too long. So I don't know, Poppy, if you dey permit for make we open the line for we people them for just few calls them. Make we get waiting SF.
Of course. Now then show.
All
Also
right.
we get this show. Now then get the show.
All right.
Therefore take precedence. Therefore take charge. Now
Thank you.
We all did it.
Thank you, Poppy, and God bless you. Family members, them well, since the videos them they give you some alpha problem, we dey open the phone line for una, make una self join we and give una your contribution towards this particular program. We give una 1 minute, 30 seconds for make una take part in the program. As I talk to una now, the phone line open, call and take part in the program. If you then at the opposite side back, if you want for ask Poppy question towards already you don't talk so, just call and ask them the answer because we know say we had a family house now, a mixed family house. We get the both sides them, both SLPP and APC. So if you then at the other side, you feel say waiting Poppy talk, you get interest or question for ask, you can go ahead. We go on the line. Hello, caller. You name and who side you call me from?
Yes, boy there, man. How do you do, man?
Thank God, man. How you do, man?
Hey, thank God, man. I call from Berlin, Germany, you know.
All right. Go ahead. You get 1 minute.
I just want to say hello to Mr. Imran, you know. Maybe me, you know. Now when we lap at that place, no KFC, you know. It's the man, you know.
Okay.
Cabo.
Yeah, I know say, hey, go remember me, you know, that guy we wear that brille, you know, that look I talk Germany, you know, look I talk German, you know, that guy we wear that glasses, you know, we will laugh, you know, yes man, you know,
Yeah.
you make man laugh, you know, make man laugh that
bluff,
you know.
man. You bluff, man.
I just want to say hello to that man, you know, nice program, you know. I just enter inside, you know, I said okay, let me watch on a small man, you know.
Okay, thank you. Grandpa, you
Okay, man.
talk.
Bless, man.
Love you, man. Love you. God bless.
Yo, bye.
All right, family members, them call and take part in the program. You get 1 minute, 30 seconds. For take part in the program, Grandpa, they with we at the studio, they tell we things them way most of we want for ye and understand because some of them things there, most of we don't know them, and most of we know them, but we don't understand. Hello.
Hello, Sangbati, Bible. How they do?
We know they do fine.
Una do fine, but please, una do fine.
You're welcome on the show.
Okay, una welcome. I welcome the Bible class, but don't tell me they see another program. I get question for the pa because I just hearing no more some news they were unable to satisfy with. And about Mohammed Bangura, we're going to parliament. I already say they explain for say na carry neutral represent na 9,000 SLPP then get today, which they're not supposed to forget one parliamentarian day. And when Mohammed Cornell can call the result, is in 19 right day. Then that's my first question. How that they don't go? And every say they never go to court because of the election where they rig. And Mohammed Bangura go to parliament don't come prove to be clear for say the election now fraud election. Because you don't get LCP get 9,000 a carry there. Then which of course this man Connect can talk about 19,000. That means in the Mohammed Bangura, he got reasons for like go na court. Individually, for like go na court, like go challenge this case. Because he don't get proof now. Already done for go na parliament. Now we don't know for na parliament what get and go there. Now money issue get and go there. Not a lot of the people will vote for her. Because now a lot of the people will vote for her. What if we don't do first? Now we're going to court. Individual, in the name of the party, individual, as me and you. Because he get already the evidence. But he left it and they not go, he said, FPC not going to court. He said they're going to court. So he know they go to vote. FPC back here, they're going to parliament. But he grab you and go there. 54 people, now one can go to parliament. Why you people over the whole party? In one can go to court. Never get in case. So I already Bible for me. Now arrest me case.
Thank you. God bless
Bible,
you.
allow answer this man.
Okay,
because
listen to the answer now.
Yeah. My brother Cabo for ask this question. Not to you one green they ask this question, but I want to put this to you. In life, we did there are something called system. We body, we get different parts them. You get hand, you get mouth, you get eye. Then they work together for make you day alive. The eye, they cooperate with the brain they cooperate with the mouth they cooperate with the belly. Every part of the body, they work together, not against each other. Now the same in life. Every aspect in life, I can tell people and say, even Janama get protocol. Janama, you get leadership. Then get rules, where they get for falla. In politics, then they make party. Why? Because they get forget belief system, ideology, and people and where they did a party, now people and we get similar thinking, similar ideology. You get for agree with that party, the ideology, and the party gets a character. Mohamed Bangura supposed to be APC. If in a APC don't make a clear instructions known, stay looking at waiting happen. The election was not credible. It was not transparent. Na Kuskas election. Na elections where it subvert. It take the right away from the people where God give them. One thing where God give mortal man, then call him choice. Then they call free will. The right for let you decide what thing you they do as a human being. Now make where you did below certain age, they not agree for let you vote because you're not picking, you know they think fine. But when you become an adult, immediately you be an adult, you they get the right for vote because they know for say mentally you are stable. Now make as well the law. If you craze, you mentally unstable, they not agree for let you vote. So people when they go for go vote, then they get a room when they go put them vote. Not a person they tell her who that they vote for. Now if free will they use, it puts that within the people that don't vote. It is clear, say the elections was rigged. Mohammed they talk about constitutionality. Now the constitution now ain't safe for make party them and party them, forget member them, and the party them, how they for function. The party don't do in rule. Mohammed supposed to do in rule. It's like say, me brother, you married your wife one go party, you tell us say let you not go. Then go get gift. Then it him up on behalf of me and my husband. No. She's there by her own right. It not there on behalf of a man and his family. It can only do there if he and a man in agreement for let it go out there. So Mohammed, anything where they talk, anything where they do, and they ask anybody on an APC for disregard them. Because what thing they do, they not represent the will of the APC supporter them, APC members, APC sympathizers. It not only go against the constitution, this constitution where Mohamed Bangura they parade with. The constitution. Now for the people of Sierra Leone and the people them, where they in the party, they don't make them clear. Say because of the way where ECSL conducts themselves through this election process, as God can have it, the whole way they dig for we, the PR whole way they dig, now they don't follow inside.
All right, Grandpa, hold on a quick one. Let me go on the phone. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from?
Yeah, I mean, a constant citizen that they call from Weird. Yeah, but Mr. Imra, Papa Imra, Grandpa Imra, but they get now the information, say, well, oh, they watch, and they say one person from the opposition leader, boy, na Mohamed Bangura. So they say they baffle with Mohamed Bangura, because you know, they say, we the APC, they say, not for we go for SFP, they talk, say, the opposition leader, one represent. So this is baffle with. So whose side would they right now? Mohamed Bangura, because we they say Mohamed Bangura according to the constitution, you know, but why the people the way they interview, well, the people will look when they open parliament, they still talk we get one opposition leader, we get one opposition leader. So this is the bad for people. Because Mohamed they say he go for the people that are carrying them, they vote for and make it. Then the people will say, yeah, opposition leader, who's would they write that? Because we don't even still understand who's would they. Because if you see, say, Mohammed still at the place now, if the APC not take action, so I don't know. So this said I baffled me, sir. So that's some of my contribution, sir.
All right. Grandpa don't get you. The answer you. Thank you.
Mama, no need for worry. No need for worry at all. Mohamed Bangura na a nuisance. Mohamed Bangura not represents we. And people of Karina no vote for Mohamed Bangura. They voted for APC. PR system different from first past the post. First past the post, the constituency, they choose somebody where they represent them. And at that person, they then go vote. The person, he faced the then at the box. But from PR representation, now the party them vote for. Not to the party send and they. Then get clear instructions. It's like where you get you picking. You know, say you born you picking. Sometimes you born some picking them where not get training. Some picking them where not they follow them papa their instructions. It is clear, even a blind person. I don't know why they worry. SLP picking column, whatever they need for column, because they are part of the problem. If me and you today na host and not send you, you go for go collect money na thief. Mohamed na impersonator. He's just a jester. He's a fool. He's an idiot. If Mohamed volunteer instead for SLPP, they use that how they want. It is up to him. So far APC is concerned, he is not representing the APC party. But one thing where I agree with you, APC party also need for pull up their socks, then get for call even a mini convention for make them sort this issue here out. Because Mohammed, they give people them the wrong end of the stick. And if him get the mind in one grain for defy the party authority, where you not member, when I say you not member, any side where you not member, they get rules. If you not Bondo, Posse, Bondo get rules. If you not Soko, Soko get rules. If you na member of Edwards Secondary School, Edwards and Edwards, they get their rules. Academy get their rules. SLPP get their rules. If you party, you leader, don't give instructions. You get hundreds of people, councillors, as well as MPs.
All right, Grandpa, go hold back.
And they can't be important.
Quick one.
They say make them not go there. In one grain, choose for defy the party authority.
All
defy the people standing.
Grandpa Olande,
not to man who for take notice of. Not to sober man, not to man who get integrity, not to man who decent, not to man who get class. Na Christmas, na a jester, na clown.
All right, Grandpa Olande. Hello, caller. Your name and side they call me from.
Hello, we are there. This now Augustine, they call from London.
You're welcome on the show.
Yes. First of all, I want to express me sincere gratitude to Uncle Imran. The first time me and I meet now during the protest in London, yeah. And I get a conversation with him where it be so heartfelt. Yeah, the issues them where they go on right now, like the country with and the APC party is so sad. But the hard fact is APC need for the evaluate people before then they elevate them in certain position within the party. First of all, don't whenever they get for day in state governance, they get for do the same thing. Mohamed Bangura don't they show up, but then be they give no more a blind eye. You understand? All them thing they are, it just start like picking on adina us. If picking get for be rebellious, if you get for be better, you dey know from the infant age, from when young you dey begin know. Mohamed Bangura be don't they do things within the party, but because then the party they in governance and be they ignore, which is bad. Bad somebody it ferment, it begin small. You understand? And secondly, President Nkrumah doing in 10 years, he try for unify the country, he try for bring a national cohesion governance system, you understand? But it gets some other things where it get lapses on, you understand? First of all, this radio democracy, yesterday, unfortunately, they are not be able to call. Now, one part of the radio, them way the TRC reports, be make recommendations, say them for shut and down. Because then be no waiting now be the contribution of that radio station there during the rebel war. But President Nkrumah come 10 years, he gave a blind eye to that, which is bad, you understand? Secondly, we they see now the civil society, they waiting to happen. Then civil society they are they there for the people. Whenever a serious APC government get for come to that country, I think say we for rethink back for going to pressure groups. Because civil society, we don't see this President Bio in time. We don't see the real civil society say no to for the people. Then just they propagate their own interest. You understand? Mm-hmm. So the APC need for the elevate people them where them for get a standard of measurement how them for measure people. You know they can. First of all, somebody know they can no more Uzana. You feel say it part of you. Mm-hmm. You understand? But APC, if they don't land this 10 years we can get for the in opposition or whatever, they not get for land anymore. Me don't they free tongue. I come London just 1 year ago. Now 1 year some month that take na London. I know all what it happen. Except people not to picky rudeness they make when them do one kind of power. Against the backdrop say na APC then a power. If any chaos happen na salon, na APC then the all responsible. They disrupt everything. There was chaos. Freetown was so noisy. Any side way turn. And as Nkrumah manage that election, they take it hand over power. You understand? Ebo, right. Una don't kind of power now. Una just they terrorize everywhere. They victimize people. But APC, we need for the pick out. We need for the fair intelligent people them as well.
Okay.
Because you get people them intelligent people in the party we left out where they're able to stand up there and talk something for address issues at the party.
Thank you.
Now the executive, then they try.
Thank
but
you.
It's like a cocoon of few people in no more way. The intelligence want them, then they let them pick them, let them cow them on board.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the contribution that
God bless you. All right, family members, them grandpa they respond to now, and we try for wrap up the program. As we get 938 family members, them we watch the program on YouTube. And on Facebook, we get 758 where they watch the program. All right, we take this other call. Hello, caller, your name and who side you call me from?
By the way, I call from Riyadh.
You're welcome on the show.
By the way, before election, talk what where people are not being taken serious. where I use the word say if Marabi will get in with this election, Marabi will get for go for a third term. Then for let SAP go hand over power again, APC get for tough.
But they don't talk
I
about.
talk
Inside, they don't talk about.
now I talk that word before election. I don't know if you can recall. What I talk the word saying appear me sit on the laugh. Then just after election, is adding don't talk am. So starting thing and they it just start like where are they by working talk something. Say when they talk something, now when they ready, then they take action and sit on the other they by me don't talk am. So when you watch APC encourage Bokutin APC take. APC behave like na then they in governance. So now then the SLP capitalize on. Say they one there, how feel say them for team up. You step with them for take, they not take them. And so we did do them. Matter test everything, it test. And how it tests, now so it gets in way. It tests them. They watch and say, anything we do, they're not able to stand them. So now make it try all kind of way. It gets in way. If you say then you should suffer them. Where they don't support matter, where they should also they not give them waiting and call like Chris, they're not to Chris. Because then self not begin confidence, then go win election. So if they just suffer them, set them, let them sit down so they not get them team. That's on that team. They're not join. When I follow SMBP campaign, now follow the campaign, the one they always show up by SMBP campaign, we try for defend SMBP. Now then they give positions. So. The one them when me see them say this, any guy will don't go out. We not mix. And then they kick. Come on at those. So no whole list me get for say today.
All right. Thank you. God bless you. So Grandpa the respond to now. Make we try for round of the program. Over to you, sir.
Well, the gentleman we talk about Mohamed Bangura, how Mohamed Bangura don't turn menace and a clown. He's right, you know. And he critique Anes Kroma. Anes Kroma, on one hand, he do some wonderful things then, where we need for clap for him, we give him applause. Then on some other things then, the way he shows some bad errors of judgment, where instead get for review them thing and it need for try for make we work on them. You see, if you get a leader way liberal, when Anes Kroma certainly was, nothing not bad for be liberal because if they try for bring everybody under one umbrella. Remember, the godfather of democracy in Sierra Leone, not to matter be you, Lamine Sanko decides say the colony and the protectorate for join. Now, him, the real architect of the SLPP, where a lot of people know they talk about, him prevail on by pharma task for form this party where they call SLPP, where the PEPU, that is the Society of the Not Uneducated People, them, where by pharma Naina be the leader. He talked with this man and decided to make the party, and the whole purpose where they work on for make the party SLPP. Now was based on one people, one country. We're not going to get a country where you get a colony, they get a protectorate. Now they slogan come out, one country, one people. Because Lamina Sanko, not be like who will get the Creole and they one side, that is Freetown. Then the island, them, Bond Island, Banana, all the island them be they under the colony. While protectorate, we not be even the vote. Then we the vote. The first country where women vote now the world, na Sierra Leone, 1792. In 1792, upline will not be the vote. Now in the 50s, upline people then begin the vote. Then get the right for votes na Freetown. We not be get the right for vote. Then we get mayor na Freetown. We not be get mayor. Now that makes people already come out say countryman for can be mayor na Freetown. Now because they don't know the history. Sometimes we get for respect the minority and make the minority then prevail and able to exercise their democratic privilege and rights. So, Lamina Sanko do what he do. Then get one country, one people. So that principle there, and Eskroma in liberalism, strive for, then we get that continuity. There will be one people. But you see, dog will be dog. If dog born a garage, it not go make a sports car. It not go make a Maserati. It not go make a Jaguar. It not go make a Lamborghini. Dog go be dog. And now we don't know what to make dog know the wear kak bobby. Because dog no get 2 cup. In a cup not or 2. It get 13 breasts. And breast where only gets 2 cup. Enable carry the all. Mohamed Bangoura a dog. A dog will be dog. But where an Eskroma make errors of judgment, if he be part of the problem, he can be part of the solution. We don't hear say anything. Mohamed Bangoura can a public, he can't talk for saying an Eskroma tell a go day. He said an Eskroma call him tell him for say he wants peace. But he not tell we in which position an Eskroma in the stand the kind peace way they talk about. Whether now for let we resist, because that's also peace. For now we do the right thing. And you cannot push them kind issues there under the carpet. Or now for let Ingo go lebele because he rotimele. It's not clarified. So an Eskroma for in your respect, in need for clarify what Mohamed Bangoura mean. Because it's very implicatory. Very implicating. Mohamed Bangoura talk was saying, I'm waiting now. Yes, I agree with you, my dear brother. We get for assess people. Then get for do checks, police checks. Then get for see say the person believe in the party ideology. Mohamed clearly did it for himself. He don't always did it for himself. Mohamed not represents the carrying people. They carry the people and vote for APC. And if APC get instructions, he flouts the instructions. Make people and try to understand say Mohamed is not representative of the APC party. And this election not to be forced past the post. Waiting a forced past the post. Now we constituency politics where the constitution the constituency now they pick the person where they represent them. In this occasion now the party they pick the person. Now the box now the party you they vote for. The list where they put what they call them PR proportional. It's like where they put Agidi by parcel. So now the party get the people them where they get parcel them where they give. So Mohamed now one of them people and they where they give parcel. So they don't tell them for say let it not go. He go there, he go swear in. He not go swear in for we. So if APC SLPP they call him leader of opposition, he just they put empty spoon in mouth. It's like woman we know for say man no married you, then they call you Mrs. You the answer. It is at your detriment. When the married for kick you back on a door, nobody know who can hold them because there is no certification where you go say you ask for divorce. You not common law wife. Just like Asaki say, where dog be dog, it go be dog. If you born and safe in a garage, it go still be dog, it not go be sports car. And this is the scenario. Mohamed don't be the dog where he be. There is nothing we can do about it. The only thing we can do about it right now, for let APC pull their socks. And one way where they can pull their socks, there not be one gear symbol. From waiting and make for understand, na an Eskroma, na him prevail upon others for put and day. So if you don't make an error of judgment, something like this they happen, then he quiet. That is a big letdown from a giant like him. And me, they talk to him today as Papa of the nation. Because an Eskroma it's not just leader, former leader of APC. An Eskroma now a former president. An Eskroma is revered, respected, far and wide. Charity begins at home. I hear where they talk in Kenya. When you're outside, you know to mumu, where can the country you be mumu. No, you know they work that way there. If it is good for you for talking at Kenya, it is good for you for talking at Sierra Leone. And now when you talk on issues like how Kenyatta spoke when things they go wrong, this last election at Kenya, it challenged the process and it challenged a former vice president. Because what be going wrong. We politics get to be based on right and wrong. And I don't feel as if an escrow should pick it for call out things by the name. Unless waiting with the yeri, if not true, you are part of the problem. If you are part of the problem, you have to be part of the solution. Now you bring this mangro monkey, what they call Mohammed Bangura. This condo we feel saying alligator. This check fall, we don't know instead when a shalat. This shalat here, we don't turn to Sonny Ogi. Now you bring a Canada party because APC be done with them from what I understand. Now you say make them put them so that you give an undertaking for me this jackass here end up for can put the party under this unnecessary embarrassment. And now you are quiet. I support within the young man talk. And they call all APC people and not begin to question this issue here. No. The man is clearly a reproach. Now a disgrace. Now a luciferious element. Now man will not get class. He not get decency. He not get character. Mohamed Bangura, they talk about constitution. You know what's in a constitution? Man will like say he get masters. Man will thief your uncle if VCR then reb on the street. Man will in history is as bad as Sambagota. It's full of stench. But who that creates the problem? This is a $6 million question. And the Stromano go be with Papa. He creates problem. Then when the problem they linger on, he not able to call the jackass like how the jackass say he invites them. Why he not invite them back na Makeni?
All right.
Why he not invite them go back? And as for the gentleman where they talk about this issue here, where they say, they mango there for 3 times. This is what kills me about Sierra Leoneans. How could you come out and say, Prince Tadin, say, Madam Yogotide for 3 times, he go this, that. APC gets responsibility, but so are you. So am I. So it's everybody in the country. We got constitution. The constitution says 2 times. The constitution, it clearly don't make them known to everybody waiting for happen. If we, the people of Sierra Leone, sit down and maybe, don't know APC responsible, don't know anybody responsible. Because Tim Niman say, except in case of rape, women rape. But if woman deal with man, if you don't mean life by you way, man and can do, it give you belly. It's on you. Now you permit. Because if woman not agree for the door, man will give belly. Woman get for pull close for let man perform. So if we, Sierra Leoneans, sit down, Mother Biogo third, like where he don't breach right now, he's not legal. We sit down, they look up. Would they put all the blame by APC, The question is, what are we all doing for stop Mother Bio? Because the party is only working by our instructions.
If you reach the other side, the waiting we all they do towards Madabio in thing the way it is for Kautuna the country. Upon all the analysis there where you don't give the protest them, the write up them, the talk them. Waiting you feel say it will be the way forward towards all of these things before we round up the program as we can wrap up now.
The people get for rise. The people get for rise. As Martin Luther said, freedom not come for free. He said, we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, you get for believe. You get for believe in your system. And part of the system is our constitution. If constitution say 2 years, not 2 years. If it say 5 years, not 5 years. If it say election, therefore follow this procedure, it should follow that procedure. Now we all responsibility for monitor and make sure say these things are followed. Just today, I make understand that Marcella don't publish. The rightful results. European Union not publish. But at the end of the day, you get people that will get this argument where I find very, very retarded. Oh, international community. International community can only help us. Politics is local. God not to take part in politics. And this is the most stupid thing Sierra Leone do, and they keep fast all for politics. If you read Isaiah 58, it is clear the reasons you keep fast for. God not to take part in politics. Never. Politics na choices. You make choices. And God not to interfere per mortal money choice. No go marry woman. When a bad woman, when a rare girl. Where it can begin to born for you, picking and will not reflect your genetics. You begin to talk and say, hey, God will help me. No. Not so God pick up for you. Now you pick up for yourself. Now make you proper assessment. Timni ma make an clear. Muno kalke yeke muno monger. For the one that will not read Timni. Timni ma say, Uda roast monkey, na monkey they show teeth. If all them things they happen, now because now we the Sierra Leonean people and now we roast monkey. All man, we the protest. I'm doing my bit from here. I'm going to Holland, and we encourage people to come forward. Even the one that waiting there, you get for the beg there, you get for the encourage there, you get for the waiting. I just have to beg you to come out to fight for what is wrong in your country. And who know whether that's Sierra Leone? Me they get lights. Look, the lights are in. I say no, they ever cut off. I hope me pump water. They come out cold and hot. Me fridge they on. Look, me corner me banner. No can drink, no they will not do. No can drink, no they will not do. I don't get money. In a man will live on budget, drag man. If I can able to manage as a drag man, it just shows see the country, they give people opportunities. And attending at the #1 role of a government for improve the people in quality of life. Not to just matter be you. We government them. No, they do that. Madabio in just pass mark, in chronic, in not doing the things that we for do. But if anybody they talk for say, if Madabio we go back day longer, that if we allow them, that if we permit that, if we not resist, like how other people and they resist, like how the Black American and they resist, they say, oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome one day. And Martin Luther King, the next time I go play his speech, and tomorrow I do an audio where I go send out, where I go use Martin Luther his speech.
All right.
And talk on the issue. Peace not a come without justice, and neither freedom nor free. For let Black Americans then get the freedom, where they make Africans then they go to America, then they go enjoy. They die. They lost their jobs. Some of them lost their limbs. Some of them lost their sight. Some of them were jailed, but they resisted. They never stopped. Even the Martin Luther, he was killed. Malcolm X was killed. And many other freedom fighters in other countries, Stephen Biko, they died. Right. This notion where Sierra Leone get for freedom, for enjoy without making sacrifice, without being inconvenient, we get for rethink them. International community, at the end of the day, when the chips are down, they have their interest. And their interest is not our interest. Their interest is their national interest. They are in Sierra Leone for a reason. And that reason is paramount. Now, Uda give them within a camp for, now they play ball with. If the people so angry that they resist the government, then people say the government not get credence. That is only when international community they can be 100%. Because guess what? If international community not get the support of the people in the country, we not resist, we not come on a door. People who get for die. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. If they fled for take action, we not take any action. He left by we fufu. We not go one for eat fufu, we not cook the necessary soup we need for cook, for that we able to swear done this for eat the fufu and wash our can down. If any international community get too zealous in supporting the opposition, they go do a persona non grata where the dictatorship go kick them out. And we don't see it happen. And whether they happen, what thing will happen? Now we Sierra Leonean people and now go suffer more. Madam, you don't reach you get money.
All right.
So then they enjoy. Now we not they enjoy. So this business here, politics is local. The issues are local. The Sierra Leonean people are the indigenous people. And who are the indigenous people? The local people. If the local people are complacent, then choose not for fight, not for stand up, not for resist their abuses there. They don't accept them out. They go, oh God, God not they come up for gang fights for you. God not they take part in politics. If you do nothing, don't expect nothing.
All right.
If you do nothing, don't expect anything.
If you not do
if you
nothing,
want for harvest, you get for plant.
Of course.
If you get for reap, you get for sow.
Perfectly correct.
If you get for eat, you get for cook. If you get for eat, you get for work. Nothing is for nothing. And then the man say, "Fu no rule." If somebody, oh, you're sorry, they pay to fail to mirror. If somebody cough, if you know swell or something, you pick something, no, bolo either come out, or if bolo not come out, you go get for do otherwise. But if bolo come out, you either get for pit or you get for swell around. It's a choice you have to make. Life is about choices. Sierra Leonean them, we don't seem for make choices them, allow dictator them for rule we, abuse we how we want. We don't say God day. Well, God day for the abuser and a day for the perpetrator. If we want for stop them, now we get for say do. Now we get for resist their actions then they. And let me tell you now something. Mother be you, not to God. Mother be you. With plenty person, we are 7.5 million. Almost army man we get, almost soldier man we get. We outnumber them. But we get forget the will. If somebody they can't come out to the talk for say, if we sit down, Mother be you did it. Yes, if we sit down. You've already answered the question. Because if we roast monkey go show we eat it. So we should resist and say, we'll not roast no monkey now again. We'll not accept any nonsense now again. Only when we do that, this nonsense will stop. Who is Mother Bio? Retired brigadier. Where under a watch, democracy don't retire, common sense don't retire, integrity don't retire, decency don't retire, civilization don't retire, good governance don't retire, we constitution don't retire, parliaments don't retire. Rural party politics don't retire. Everything we're supposed to be good in the country don't retire. We economy don't retire. Now inside the same country, we get two currency. Inside one great country, we get one lane and bridge. When I sing Bepia, the other one na Juba Bridge. Everything just cramsack, all thing the upside down. But not they blame Mother Bio, but one of the Sierra Leonean people. At the end of the day, we not let for depend on people them for take responsibility for waiting. We're not supposed to be beneficiary. If we want eat, we go plant. We not expect let somebody give una. If somebody give una shit, you don't get choice, so now you get for eat. If you don't want to eat shit, then go out and work. If you don't want Mother Bio eat tyranny, we get for come out and resist them. And whatever the cause, I go play Martin Luther for una. When I make my next audio, don't I hear within the talk. Some people are going to die.
Thank you.
Some are in jail.
Some
would lost their job. And lastly, which will not allow, they will allow anybody for take picking them psyche and their head. Because when you don't lose your psychological power, that means to say you are useless. You don't get any hope. Now Dandy Mother Beauty push we to. Then we lost, we cool. Then we lost we senses. Then we lost we psyche. And we should not allow him to take charge of we mind. We should free our minds. We must emancipate ourselves and free ourselves so that Sierra Leone will be something. But for that they happen, people like Anes Nkrumah get for taking responsibility Not for just the good jog. Not for just the Kenya go talk. Charity begins at home.
Okay. All right. We just want for use this time for tell Poppy plenty thank you as you don't hold the house today and with family members and back. Really pay attention on this discussion. Well, as we tell you now, this discussion a continuation. Not a discussion we will be able to do or done one green day. As if you don't begin today again, it don't come for continue, so it be stop and again for come back for move the boat usai in want for make the boats go land. So far so good. We want for say plenty thank you to we family members in both Facebook and YouTube.
I not cut you word me, dear brother. 1 minute. I dey talk about responsibility. We dey come naya, we dey take with time, we dey lost money, we dey lost this time for them with family, we picking them. For can talk with una, forเราcan interact with una. Una self gets responsibility for take part in the process. I don't feel to say it is difficult for una subscribe. I cannot believe that they will not reach 100,000. Why? Because una deliberately not subscribe. How una go expect the channel for continue? We una not play una own part. Una they enjoy the services, but una not take responsibility. Una not take charge of the channel. Life is give and take. If we don't come, for showing appreciation, the least una they do. Now for let una subscribe. Make we presence reflect the subscription. So I dey ask una, Mama, begin, Papa, and with dear Leonean people, with love and with respect. If we know the see subscription, they reflect the work what they do, that means to say we are not appreciated. If we na appreciate una appreciate Sengbepia, una appreciate Baibure, that man Ibiabia, the people the shaper, it take time and effort for una can collect. So if we want to continue for collect that Biabia the way it put fertilizer for let it grow well, una get for subscribe. Do ya una make them a habit. If una get una use Sierra Leonean platform, if una not make them Sierra Leonean, but make them successful, then what does that say about us as a people? They say we own and they own is different. We yard. I mean, they call it we yard. That's not una yard. This is about Sierra Leone. This is about we country. And if we they take the time, so man, they na workplace, me sidonaya. So man, they with the woman, they do romance. Asidonaya. Same with Sengbepia and Baibure. The least una can do. Please, una subscribe. All una vote. Please. Because of this today, I go blow kiss. And this are the anticipate subscription. I love una all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Grandpa. Of course, I just the add to waiting. You just don't talk. Please, family members, them we really need for reach the 100,000. We really need them because the silver medal we want them. I mean the award we really want them, and I believe say not to win no more one time and we not self one time because now una make this channel any benefit we get now this channel like award. Now una get for make we get them, but what you go make we get them like what Grandpa don't say. Una help for share the program, call other person you know can inside the family house it. Make you come and join the family house. So we reach that number day from now to October. Make we celebrate the award winner, the silver medal inside this university winner we had. So far so good for Ambulem. Now so we take time for Lefuna until we meet again tomorrow. Now another very full edition inside the same family house. Tata, we love una all. Una stay blessed.
Thank you, my brother. Bye-bye, bro.
Gamba, hold on 1 minute for me, please.
Oh yo, Raga Spice. Oh yo, Mama Shaka, Mama son and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them